What's going on, guys? In this video, I'm going to teach you how to start a clothing brand with only $100. There's a lot of resources that make it easy to start your first clothing brand, and I'll be going over the main ones in this video. If you don't know who I am, my name is Colin, also known as Feta, and I've done over $500,000 in sales with my clothing brand. Now, I'm going to be breaking this video up into three main parts. One will be finding a supplier, the other one will be developing your social media, and the last part will be managing your storefront. Now, I think the most important part and the easiest part is creating a social media. I focus on two main social media platforms. One is Instagram, the other one is TikTok, because both of those have the best organic reach for all clothing brands. I think the most important platform is Instagram, especially because if you're trying to create a community, Instagram is a great way to push quality content. While on TikTok, you can kind of focus on just posting as much as possible and reaching as many eyes as possible. All right, now that you have your Instagram page set up, now you want to connect it with your TikTok. So TikTok funnels into Instagram. This is really important because, again, TikTok kind of is where you post just a lot of content. And then eventually, once you have your product, people will see your product and then go to your Instagram to follow for the drop. Now, I'll come back to social media, but first we need to set up a product. If you're watching this video and are wanting to start a clothing brand, you probably have an idea of what product you want to release. If so, that's great. If not, go to the drawing board and figure out what product you want to sell. I recommend to new brands either selling a t-shirt, hoodie, or a piece of jewelry first, just because the unit price is usually the lowest. We're going to be sourcing our sample through Alibaba. Now, this is the most expensive step of the whole thing. This is because you're going to be buying a sample from a trusted manufacturer. Now, if you don't have a trusted manufacturer and it's hard for you to find one, let me know and I'll send you a list of my manufacturers. It's very important to check the quality that these manufacturers produce before ordering a sample. This is because it's really easy to get screwed over, either if you don't have all of the sample information or their quality is just bad. Now, with your sample, you want to develop a tech pack. If you don't know what that is, I'll explain a little bit later. But with this tech pack, you're going to send it to manufacturers that you want to work with, and they'll basically say, yes, we can do that, or no, this is too much. Now, in this tech pack, you want every single measurement that you want in the sample. If they don't have the measurement, the manufacturer is just going to guess, and that is no fun. With samples, that's probably where I lose the most money because thousands of dollars will go by and I still won't be happy with my sample. If you do it properly, you can get a good sample the first time. The normal rate of a sample is $100 plus shipping. So we are going to be breaking the budget a little bit, but that is pretty much all the expense to starting a brand. All right, now we have to wait for the sample to get produced. Once you receive the sample, it's a very easy process to start selling. How I like to start building my following is by making one post on Instagram and then posting 2 to 3 reels per day on that account. You're going to start seeing some traction if you keep that consistency going and if you have a good product. Now, it's important to be consistent because that's how you're going to grow a following from 0 followers. But what you should be doing at the same time is posting those reels on TikTok. With this strategy, you can get double the reach and push more people to your Instagram. All right, while you're pushing this content, you're going to want to set up your Shopify page. Now, I use Shopify because it's the easiest back-end operation system I've ever used. Now, it will cost you $1 for your first 3 months, but hopefully you can afford that. Through Shopify, you're going to want to set up an SMS page through your website. This is because you want people to start signing up for text messages and emails for your brand. Now, at first, you might not get that many signups, especially for your first drop, but basically this builds a fan base to where once you release your 3rd, 4th, 5th product, people are going to keep seeing your brand. And you can push content to those SMS subscribers like discounts and get sales when you want. Now, once you have all of that set up, you want to keep pushing content for, I would recommend at least 2 weeks. I would say even a month, especially if you're starting out. And then once you have pushed content for a month, you're ready to drop. Now, because you're not starting out with any money, I would just use a pre-order method, which means that when you're talking to manufacturers, you need to see their MOQ, because if you only get 20 sales, you want to be only ordering 20 of those pieces. Some of the manufacturers I work with have an MOQ of around 100 pieces, but usually if you push enough content, you can sell 100 pieces. Now with this pre-order, you want to make sure to update your customers every couple days or people are going to get mad and then charge back. And we do not want any chargebacks. I'm telling you, chargebacks are probably one of the most annoying things when it comes to running a clothing brand, especially when the customer knows how long it's going to be to wait and still charges back. Now, let's say the sample is messed up. There's two courses of actions I would recommend if you don't like your sample. The number one is switch manufacturers. If the quality is just bad, I'd recommend switching manufacturers. But if the quality of the garment is good and things are just messed up, I would check your tech pack and make sure you wrote down all of the things you wanted. And if they're on the tech pack and the manufacturer didn't follow it, you can actually get your money back. All right, I think that's pretty much it for this video. I'm gonna make a more in-depth video explaining how to start a clothing brand from scratch. But for now, if you have any questions, please let me know in the comments. And if you wanna talk to me directly, join my Discord, also in the description below.